Let's be honest, boomers had it made, and it is what it is. I'm Justin, Mr. CMB. I'm back with another video. Shout out to everybody who's liking, subscribing, and sharing the channel. I appreciate you. Look, boomers had it made. They bought houses for the price of a used car. They graduated college without selling their organs to pay tuition. They had stable job and actual pensions. I don't even know what a pension is because it doesn't exist for me. And meanwhile, us millennials, Gen Z, we're out here doing what we need to do. We have to really grind. We have to be really big on our side hustles. And some of y'all are in debt up to your eyeballs in student loans. And somehow it's our fault. It's Generation Z's fault. It's millennial fault that we can't afford a home. So today we're going to talk about how boomers lucked out while millennials got the short end of the stick, and how Gen Z is starting to flip the script, but a lot of them are going to be left out, hung to dry, and it's all the boomers' fault. And we're going to get right into it right now. Let's start with the facts. In 1970, the average price home was $25,000. $25,000 for a home. The average price for a home today is $400,000. And boomers love telling us, just stop buying Starbucks. Just save money for a down payment. That's like skipping a $5 latte is actually going to help pay for a $400,000 house. It's like the dumbest financial advice I've ever seen in my life. Now, here's the thing. Boomers lived in a time where wages actually kept up with the cost of living, and it kept up with college was affordable, healthcare was affordable, and also jobs came with pensions, right? And what boomers did is they had a head start. They gutted the economy. They raised tuition. They inflated house prices. And they tell us we're lazy for not being millionaires by 30 when they were able to buy homes. If you were a real estate investor in the late 60s and 70s, you cleaned the hell up. That's just what it is. You cleaned up in equity. You cleaned up in buying cheap property. You are on easy street. Now, here's the thing. Millennials, we were promised the world. Go to college. You'll get a great job. But instead, we got student loan debt, we got unpaid internships, we got a job market crash, all at the same time. And one of the things I knew growing up is like the whole go to college, get a job, yada, yada. I always knew it was bullshit. And this was like when I was like 14, 15 years old, which is why I started selling candy and other things when I was a teenager, because I knew that was all BS. It's complete BS because I'm looking at people's lives and I'm like, I don't want to live like them. If my life has got to be like that, I'd rather just check out of here. I don't want my life to look like that for 40, 50, 60, 70 years. That sounds miserable, right? And it's like boomers pulled the ladder up behind them and said, good luck. You got to deal with it. F you. And that's exactly what they did. And now we're either in our late 20s or in our 30s, and we're wondering if we'll ever own a home. And if avocado toast is really the only thing that's holding us back from buying a home, then hey, if avocado toast and coffee and all these Starbucks treats, if avocado toast is holding you back from owning a home, that's just the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And you got to understand, as millennials, we're now in our late 20s, 30s, and we're wondering, some of us are wondering if we'll ever own a home or if it's even worth it. And they're talking about stop buying the avocado toast, which I don't like, or stop buying the coffee, which I don't like, and you can be able to own a home too. How ridiculous is that? And then we have Gen Z, which most of them are already cooked already out the gate. Now, here's the thing. They saw what happened to millennials and they said, no, we're not playing that game, in which I always embraced. Like, I'm not playing that game. They have a mindset. More of them have the mindset of some of us who are millennials. Not a lot of us had that mindset, and I always had that mindset. There were a core group of us who did, but not everybody has that mindset, more so for Gen Z. And they're not waiting for pensions or promotions, which I don't think you ever should. They're flipping NFTs, starting TikTok empires, turning side hustles into six-figure businesses. Now, I know it's not most of them, and it's literally the exception being sold by the rule, but they understand the importance. If I'm putting a lot of time and effort into my own brand and my own self and looking at the average wage of income, I can do that on my own. And they're willing to take that chance and prove it that they could take that chance, rather than leveraging technology and leveraging AI, leveraging these things instead of going the traditional route, because they see what it already is in the writings on the wall. Now, the writings on the wall for most of them, they're pretty much cooked in general in other ways, but that's a whole nother story. So what's the lesson here? Boomers had it easy. Millennials got screwed. Gen Z, they're playing a whole different game altogether. The world isn't what it used to be, and that's what it is. And a lot of them are delusional, and they're still listening to old school tactics. If you're listening to old school tactics, like a person in their 60s or 70s, or they're saying, hey, buy a home, work for 40 years, and retire at 65, that is outdated. It's been outdated, honestly, for 25, 30 years already, but they have their head so far up their asses that they don't realize it's a new day and age. And remember, if a boomer tells you next time, stop buying that avocado toast, stop buying that Starbucks, and you too can own a home, you tell them next time, in your day, the price of a home was the same price of a couch. You could buy a house for the price of a couch. You could buy a house for the price of a couch. You can buy a house for the price of a couch. I'm Justin, Mr. CMB. I'm out. Hope you like this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.